Hello and welcome. Thanks for tuning in to English B to C. Here, one story is told 4 times in English levels B1, B2, C1, and C2, so you can hear the same idea grow richer with every step. It's like climbing the stairs of English, one level at a time, always moving higher. Today's story is about becoming 1% better every day. Let's take the first step together. I believe small steps are important. Every day, I try to do something a little better than yesterday. For example, when I record a podcast, I want it to sound better than the last one. Sometimes I change my words. Sometimes I speak more clearly. Sometimes I change how the video looks so people can watch more easily. These small changes help me grow. When I look back at old videos, I see mistakes. But I also feel proud because I know I'm improving every day. If I get better by 1% each day, after 1 year, I will be stronger and more confident. Being better every day is not about being perfect. It's about trying. Great job. You've just listened to the simple version. Now let's hear the same story with more detail at the B2 level. Small improvements are the key to long-term success. Each day, I make an effort to do something slightly better than before. When I record a podcast, I always look for ways to improve, using clearer words, organizing my ideas more carefully, or adjusting the video so viewers can enjoy it more easily. These may seem like tiny changes, but repeated day after day, they create real progress. When I rewatch my older videos, I notice mistakes, but I don't feel embarrassed. Instead, I feel proud, because they show how much I've grown. 1% better each day may sound small, but after a year, the difference is huge. For me, growth is not about perfection. It's about consistency. Well done. Now let's take the story higher. At C1, the language will be richer and the ideas deeper. I believe steady improvement is the foundation of lasting growth. Rather than chasing sudden changes, I focus on progress that builds gradually. Each time I record a podcast, I challenge myself to refine at least one aspect: my vocabulary, the structure of my message, the clarity of my delivery, or even the way the video is presented so it feels more accessible. Individually, these adjustments may seem small, but together they create meaningful development. When I revisit earlier videos, I clearly see flaws and imperfections. Yet instead of discouraging me, they make me proud, because they mark the steps of my journey. Like compound interest, small improvements multiply into remarkable results. To me, becoming 1% better every day means embracing the process, practicing discipline, and trusting that excellence is built patiently, not suddenly. Excellent! Now it's time for the final step. C2. This version will sound natural, fluent, and close to native-like English. Becoming 1% better each day may sound simple, but it is transformative. I no longer measure growth by dramatic milestones, but by quiet, daily victories. Every podcast I record is an opportunity to polish. Sometimes the rhythm of my words, sometimes the flow of my ideas, sometimes the design of the video, so it feels clearer and more inviting. Each adjustment, however small, adds a brushstroke to a larger picture of progress. When I revisit my earliest videos, I see countless flaws compared to now. But instead of shame, I feel pride, because those imperfect works are proof of steady growth, episode by episode, day by day. Over time, these micro-improvements weave into mastery, just as drops of water can carve stone. Greatness is not an event, it's a habit, built patiently, consistently, and joyfully 1% at a time. And that brings us to the end of today's episode. We started with a simple B1 version, then added more detail at B2, more depth at C1, and finally reached a natural, fluent C2. This is how your English can grow step by step, just like the idea of becoming 1% better every day. Thank you for joining me on English B2C. I hope you feel inspired to improve your English and your life, one step at a time. See you in the next episode.